What's happening, Gemini? We are going to do a reading for the month of March in 2020. All right. This is going to be general, and it will cover your sun, moon, Venus, and rising signs. And we're just going to see what spirit guidance we can get for the month of March, how things are looking for you, Gemini, in the month of March, and what we can take out of this month, and what insights we can really gain. All right. If you haven't been here before, my name's Adam, and I want to thank you for tuning in to Spirit Avenue. And if the reading resonates, please like and subscribe. All right, we're going to start here though. Overall energy for your reading. We have the Two of Raphael, Gemini. It says, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, do not give up on those you love. So Gemini, in the month of March, if you're watching this early and it does not resonate, I want to send a reminder to come back to the month of March, rewatch it in the beginning of March, and see if this resonates with you, okay? As far as the Two of Raphael, it's an indication that you have someone in your life. This person that is in your life is a soulmate, all right? Now, keep in mind we have many soulmates. This is a kindred spirit. This is someone that you've spent other lifetimes with this individual on your spiritual journey of growth and development and evolution. You have been with this person, and once you start to be with an individual and spend time with them, you get to know their flaws. You get to know the worst of about that person, and then you start shifting your focus on the worst parts of this individual instead of looking towards the good parts of the individual that you're dealing with. And that's just the human condition. But universal and godlike condition is looking at the goodness. When you look at the goodness, then things will start to develop for you, and you'll start to develop empathy for this individual instead of judgment. And those are two very different things. Now, what I'm indicating for you, Gemini, is that you might be going through some trials with your person. It's saying do not give up on those you love, all right? Do not give up on them, all right? This individual is going to come back to you. They're going to try to mend the relationship, and it's going to test how much you've grown in forgiveness, in compassion, and empathy, because those are the things that are going to be needed in order to forgive an individual that has hurt you so badly and that has ultimately made you feel the way you feel. You think that person made you feel this way, when ultimately, no, you feel the way you feel because that's how you feel. And that person feels the way they feel because of how they feel, and what they did was not personal to you, and what you do is not personal to anyone else. And so you need to see it for what it is. You need to see it for a bigger from a larger perspective, and ultimately forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is the key word here, because that will allow you to start building on this foundation that has already been laid. We have the Hangman here. It's like you've been stuck. You've been feeling like you you couldn't find a way out of this pain, but there was a light bulb moment. There was a moment where you said to yourself internally that forgiveness leads to healing, and healing leads to a better relationship. Something clicked, whatever it is, all right? Whatever it was that clicked, it's going to help in the healing process. And in this healing process comes growth, all right? And then we have the Queen of Swords. Feminine energy, very strong, universally connected to wisdom, truth. It's going to be hard for you to ultimately understand from a logical perspective why you feel the way you do. You might feel hurt. You might feel like you are about to give in and give up. But you guys are soulmates. There are two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. So I definitely feel like you came into this experience knowing that this was going to be a part of your journey. You came into this experience knowing that you will have to endure these hardships to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And by doing so, growth happens. Growth only happens through tension. All right? When you're building muscle, you go to the gym, you tear the muscle, it builds it back. It builds itself back stronger again, so it can handle the resistance that it had to endure the last time. Ultimately, getting stronger. And this is what your spirit does. You put yourself through these situations where, you may ask yourself why from a human perspective, but ultimately, in the bigger scheme of things, there is more growth to be had. And in growth comes happiness, all right? So it may not make sense to you now, but there is a reason for this. This person is trying to forgive, trying to make things right, so to speak. You are trying to forgive. They understand what they did was wrong. They understand that it was not correct, and they were not in the correct state of mind, all right? And the Empress here. The Empress is the female energy in this connection, and it's a strong individual who is capable of forgiveness. It is a strong individual who is capable of empathy and who is ultimately connected to all things in life. And this connection leads to birth, and ultimately birth is the motherly feminine aspect of this world that leads to creation. So the female in this reading is a very strong energy, and the person who is the male understands how bad that they screwed up, or ultimately how valuable you are if you are the female. If you're the male, you are trying to reconnect with this individual. You're trying to get over past pains. The feminine perspective is, how do I forgive after all the pain? But through that pain comes understanding. I definitely see, as far as the man in this relationship, he's going to have his worldly life together. He's going to have a nice car, his house. Things are going to be paid on time, and handling the finances and just the day-to-day life of being reliable and being, predictable in that way. That will give you the comfort to go back into this wholeheartedly, because he has that area of his life figured out. There was other problems that you might be cautious of, but as far as that is what gives you sort of the peace of mind, all right? And Judgment comes to this situation, and it sings trumpets, and it ultimately judgment in the sense of this was meant to be sort of thing. You're going to understand this if you're going through this. But that card is that the heavenly bodies are watching this unfold, are planting seeds in your consciousness, and ultimately for a renewal of this relationship, as sort of rekindle to set you on the next path that you guys are about to embark on with each other. And Justice. Judgment and Justice. These are two major arcana cards coming out at the end of the reading. All right? This reading had a lot of particular individuals in there. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, who I feel is the male energy. The Empress and the Queen of Swords, the female energy in this particular reading. But there's going to be justice. There's going to be judgment upon this situation. And it is going to happen because the way the energies are right now and the realizations that both of you are having, it's going to lead to April, which I definitely see you guys will probably, it will be a lot better month for you. This month is a sort of reconnecting, a regrounding, and ultimately really getting over past traumas. All right, Gemini, this is your reading for the month of March of 2020. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. God bless.